Niccolò Machiavelli, the Renaissance diplomat and political theorist, did not believe in gentle correction or hopeful persuasion when your status is challenged. To him, respect is not given, but crafted through strategy, power, and perception. In his world, which so uncannily reflects our own, disrespect is not merely an insult. It is a threat, a symptom of a deeper instability in your social standing. And the way you respond determines your future dominion, or your downfall. In this modern landscape filled with subtle undermining, passive aggression, social games, and veiled challenges, the teachings of Machiavelli strike at the root of survival. So, what do you do when someone disrespects you? You do not react. You act, and that action must be carefully engineered. To Machiavelli, a prince, or in today's language, a powerful individual, must not suffer the luxury of emotion. When a subject, ally, or adversary dares to show disrespect, it is not merely a personal slight. It is a signal to others. Like a lion wounded in the wild, if you bleed openly, the hyenas gather. Your silence, your restraint, your calculated next move must be informed by one rule: power must not be challenged without consequence. So here begins the real game. When someone disrespects you, the first lesson is control. Do not lash out. Do not beg. Do not engage in useless back and forths. For in anger, you reveal your weakness, and in explaining, you surrender your authority. Instead, you observe. You gather intelligence. You learn where their disrespect is rooted. Envy? Insecurity? A test of your strength? A rebellion forming quietly? Machiavelli would instruct you to assess the stakes. Is this individual a threat or merely a fool? Because both require different punishments. For a fool, a lesson. For a threat, elimination. Let us look deeper. In his seminal work, The Prince, Machiavelli writes that cruelty, when well used, can be justified if it is swift, effective, and creates order. If someone disrespects you publicly, you must correct them publicly. Not out of vengeance, but out of strategy. The public correction is not for them. It is for the audience. It is a message to every eye that watches you. Disrespect is not tolerated, but this must not be sloppy. The true Machiavellian never moves in rage. He moves in shadow. He bides time. He speaks calmly while sharpening his blade behind the scenes. When the moment is right, the correction comes. Maybe it is a subtle demotion, a clever humiliation, or a complete removal. Whatever it is, it must leave no doubt about who commands a room. But what if you do not hold obvious power? Power, Machiavelli reminds us, is not always formal. It is not always title or wealth. It is the perception of strength. If you do not command respect through position, then command it through presence, through precision of language, through silence, through an unsettling calm that tells others you are not to be trifled with. Do not be predictable. Predictability is weakness. Your enemies and challengers must not know your limits. They must not know your line of tolerance. One day you laugh at a joke. Another day you dismantle a man for a whisper. Let them live in uncertainty. That uncertainty is your power. And understand this. People respect mystery. The loud, the desperate, the reactive, they are quickly sized up and discarded. But the quiet one, the one who watches, who only speaks when necessary, who doesn't chase validation, that person holds the upper hand. When someone disrespects you, you must plant doubt in their mind. Let them wonder if they have awakened something dangerous, not through threat, but through omission, through a look, through absence, through change in behavior. Let your silence grow roots of fear in their minds. And when it is time to respond, do so with an action so precise, so impactful, that it renders further disrespect unthinkable. Understand this. People learn through consequences. If someone disrespects you and nothing changes, they learn that they can do it again, and so will others. But if someone disrespects you and they find themselves excluded, isolated, outplayed, outmaneuvered, without you even raising your voice, then you have taught the only lesson worth teaching, the cost of underestimating you. Machiavelli would say that fear and love do not coexist easily. If you must choose, let them fear you. Why? Because fear does not fluctuate like love. Fear brings order. Fear creates respect when love is not enough. But let us be clear, this is not about being cruel. It is about being strategic. Machiavelli never promoted senseless malice. He advocated for calculated cruelty that serves a higher purpose. If someone disrespects you and you respond disproportionately, you look insecure. But if your response is calm, unbothered, and effective, you gain stature. You see, in today's world, disrespect is often subtle. It is the side comment, the backhanded compliment, the delay in response, the silent treatment, the eye roll, the challenge in meetings, the disregard. These are not obvious attacks, but they are still forms of warfare. To respond Machiavellianly, you must think like a general. Every slight is data. Every comment is a probe. Are they testing your weakness? Are they seeking allies? Is this the beginning of a campaign against you? So build alliances, quietly, earn influence, be seen helping others. Even as you construct your fortresses, praise your enemies in public, while removing their leverage in private. Smile at them while turning their friends into your friends. When someone disrespects you, show others that disrespect has consequences, not always to the offender directly, but to the system around them. Promote their rivals, reward loyalty, publicly elevate someone else in their place. Let them watch as they are forgotten. That, Machiavelli would say, is punishment more painful than confrontation. And never overexpose yourself. Those who talk too much reveal too much. The Machiavellian way is to be feared not for your words, but for the mystery of your next move. People cannot attack what they cannot anticipate. If someone disrespects you once, let it slide, but note it. If they do it twice, prepare. If they do it thrice, execute. Disrespect is like poison. Left unchecked, it spreads. So you must be the antidote, not through desperation or emotional outbursts, but through quiet decisions that reshape the battlefield. Machiavelli believed that reputation is everything. Guard it with your life. Let no one stain it without cost. And if someone tries, do not react as a man wronged. React as a king betrayed. And never seek revenge. That is for the petty. Instead, seek domination. Revenge satisfies emotion. Domination restores order. So if someone disrespects you, here is what Machiavelli whispers. Do not stoop to their level. Do not expose your pain. Do not justify your worth. Do not explain. Instead, watch, wait, calculate, respond. Let the world see that challenging you is not a game, but a grave mistake. Because in the end, the most Machiavellian move is not to crush your enemy openly, but to make them irrelevant, make them invisible, make them history. That is how power is reclaimed. That is how respect is restored. That is how kings are made. And that is how Machiavelli would do it.